It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Colts and the Dolphins, coming up next.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Miami Dolphins. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by a longtime... On 1st and 10, Stafford. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And his throw here's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Going deep here for Bryant. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there for the Dolphins. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Stafford throw complete there to Thomas. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Stafford. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack. Tershawn Wharton. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. Under pressure, they got him again. Chase Young, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And that one's not... Juice and ambitious effort, but it's well short, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. To avoid him, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. Past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he's brought down. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. They'll look to run with Taylor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football, because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. They'll try and run. Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
This is caught at the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. It's a big play there for Miami. He came into this game within shouting distance of Dan Marino at 61,361 career yards. And with that last play, Charles, he just went past Dan Marino.
I'm struggling over here. And the only reason is when you hear about him passing a Dan Marino,
a legend,
makes you step back and really take stock of his career. And you realize it's not just about the numbers. It's about the accomplishments. It's about the play. How great has his career been? To pass Dan Marino's? I'd say pretty darn great.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Dolphins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now Stafford. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here are the Colts to take over. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 39 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner. Great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They go play action with Jackson. second back at the 42. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
He'll buy some time right. Going right side here, and that's complete. 7 yards to pick up there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
1st down and more for Jackson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jalen Waddle, as the first half is winding down. And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Stafford on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. And this one is incomplete. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson can really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right, letting one go deep for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jonnu Smith. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Zerline now for the PAT. And it's 21-3. That time a 6-play drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And now let's look at the quarterback, Matthew Stafford, in our player spotlight. And maybe the Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Watch the pass. 56. Mike, 56. Right there.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
And now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now Jackson on first down. Open net is Waddle complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. On second down, it's Taylor. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Jackson looking to throw on third. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Fighting through. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Flushed out right. Open space inside the 10. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Man, that ain't made no sense.
So now from half the distance closer, here's first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Again, it'll be Taylor. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line down at the 2. The Colts on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is third and goal. Taylor will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Come on now.
So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Miami set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked picked off at the 45. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. First and 10, Taylor now. A beautiful fake. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. From the 31, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He'll get this off to Taylor. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Colts on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Here's Taylor. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And so much of being a good tackler is understanding and taking the right angles to a ball carrier. And that was just tremendous straight line speed there. He eliminated the angles and was able to meet his man behind the line of scrimmage.
This is caught. Touchdown, Colts. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts are on their way to a 2-0 start. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. He'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Stafford. And it's incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. To the air again, Stafford. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Now a play fake it at Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
You must be drinking.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. Complete to Bryant. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Here's Stafford. And that'll be dumped off to Gainwell. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point attempt to come here. And he gets it to go to make this a 35-10 score now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Indy set to go on offense once more. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They go play action now. Jackson dancing to his left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball. And right now, I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, they'll roll him out right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Safety's creeping.
No, we change it.
Mike, 4. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major